Hi, my name is Billy and I'm a computer geek. In this channel, I will always share with you some interesting computer stuff with heavy lifting test. Today I'm gonna run the very heavy game on the entry-level desktop all-in-one computer just for the reception desk. Can it really survive? Let's take a look. Ow! Okay, that's it. This is a 24-inch all-in-one computer desktop all-in-one. So let's unbox it. This is how it opens on the top. So just lift this up, open. Rough package inside. That's what it looks like inside. Okay, that's the converter. That's the first thing I received. That's the converter here. Okay, I think it's better that way. It means it's 24-inch all-in-one PC. And let me lift up this package. Let me take this out. Okay, that's the monitor here. Let's take a look at it. So as you lift up, that's what it looks like on the outside. Screen part, the bar here, not heavy. So normally we use this kind of all-in-one computer for the reception desk. Okay, here it is. That's what's on the back. Yeah, that's the port. That's USB port. Some of the other ports underneath the screen. Okay, the whole material outside feels very comfortable. It's something between the rough and the smooth, which means it's not very easy for you to drop when you lift this up. This is the metal. It's very strong and solid. Okay, so you can do a little angle adjustment like this. Oh, that's very tight. This is where it does the heat dissipation. That's the heat dissipation design. And underneath, I think it has 4 USB ports, 1 network port, HDMI, power cord, power port, stuff like that. So that's what it looks like generally. And on top of it, this has some mark here. It says this is the widescreen, which means this is the IPS screen. There's another parameter here. This says it's 5 ms responding time on the screen, which means it's super fast. It does not have the delaying issue on the screen. The green, the eco-friendly, energy saving, stuff like that. So this is the all-in-one desktop, which means the CPU, the RAM, the sound card, the GPU, everything is already integrated inside in this monitor, in which case you do not have to buy the extra computer tower. You put it on the desk of your office or the desk of the reception of your company, which is very easy for the installation and very solid. It's not easy to shake. You can see that. Okay, now it's time for us to see how the performance of the all-in-one PC is. Initially, this kind of PC is just for the office usage. However, as a computer geek, let's say how it runs on the 3D games like Crysis. Let's run Crysis on this computer to see if it's gonna survive. Now I log in the computer. Okay, let's take a look at the hardware configuration. This is Intel Pentium G4560 running at 3.5 GHz. 8 GB RAM. The CPU is actually 2 cores, which gives 4 virtual cores. Integrated GPU Intel HD graphics 610, 125 GB SSD, which is fast. So the booting time of this computer is actually very fast. We can take a look at it. Let me reboot the computer. So once the blue button is on, the computer is on. So let's count how many seconds does it take for the computer to log in the Windows. So now it's the Windows. Okay, it's less than 10 seconds. Let's run Crysis on this computer. I pretty much set up everything to high or medium on the hardware configuration here, and let's take a look at the performance on the computer. That's the intro video, not in the real-time rendering. So let's jump to the real-time rendering. Okay, that's the loading. You can see how fast the loading is, all thanks to SSD. Once it's done, let's hope the picture is gonna be normal, not something like crash out or black. They just hope for the best. Okay, the moment of truth. All right. Wait. 7 days later. That's the 3D cloud. That's the 3D cloud. Okay, you see it's actually very smooth. It's so much better than I thought it would be. Okay, now you see that's the airplane coming in. So it's good so far. No texture error, and the speed is actually okay. The frame rate is actually okay. Not as bad as I thought it would be. It's completely playable, given I just pretty much set most of the things to either high or medium. Okay, let's keep watching. That's the detail. Wow! I can't believe it. Look at it. This is on the very entrance, very entrance, low cost, all-in-one computer running Crysis to see how the 3D performance is like. We never expected something like this to do this. No, this is only originally for the office usage, but it is actually so much better than I thought it would be. It's very nice. Actually, performance is actually very nice. It's not for gamer. This is not for gaming, but it's actually so much better, so much more smooth than I thought it would be. Which means the whole performance, the overall performance of this whole desktop PC is actually very good. Okay, now it's the daytime with a lot of bushes, trees, a lot of polygons, very heavy, detailed graphics in this game already, as you can see. With the trees, the grass, a lot of enemies here as well. It's actually very smooth. This is really so out of the expectations. This is just a very entry level. The office, just the office all-in-one desktop, but it runs Crysis in the high and medium set of the graphics. Very smooth here. It's completely playable. Very nice. Now it comes to CGI part, but it's completely in the real-time rendering. It has the snow effects apart from the screen stuff, but it's still very smooth with these characters, 3D objects all over the place. Okay, that's the alien, which consists of a lot of polygons. Okay, as you can hear, this is probably one of the most heavy graphic part of this game, with a lot of trees and leaves, bushes, stones, a lot of things, the 3D characters flying around, a lot of things all together all over the place. At the same time, which really tests the performance of your computer a lot. Okay, that's how it looks like on Crysis with high and medium setting of the graphics. It was completely acceptable when it comes to frame rate, completely playable, and you never expected something like this can play Crysis that well, right? So I just gave a little bit heavier testing on the benchmark called 3D Mark 06. Let's take a look how it looks like on that benchmark. All-in-one computer. That's what it looks like on 3D Mark 06, the benchmarker, and it's completely acceptable with most of the scenes. So together with the testing on Crysis, this performance is just so much more powerful than we give it the credit for, and you can definitely do so much more things just than the office usage. Last but not least, we can give a little bit heavy testing on the video playback. Now this is an online video completely from YouTube running at 1080p Full HD, which is very smooth, no problem. So you can basically browse the websites, watching the online movie, video clips in 1080p mode, which completely matches the resolution of the screen here. This is the 1080p screen, IPS. But what if you run at 4K mode? It's still very smooth, still very smooth. Bear in mind, this is a very entry-level, low-cost, very cheap, all-in-one desktop computer with this amazing performance. As for how cheap the price is, leave the message in the comment. I'd love to get back to you later on, and definitely I'm gonna surprise you with it. Thanks for watching. My name is Billy and I'm a computer geek. See you in the next video.